going to tell you a story. It comes from God's true word, the Bible. Boys and girls, are you ready to help me tell the story to your families and friends?
Yes!
Good. This is the true story of God's love at Christmas for you and for me. This true story begins at the very beginning of time. What is that? God made the world and everything in it. So here's a picture that will remind us of the world. God made the sun and the moon, the day and the night, the oceans, the land, the plants, and all the animals. The world was beautiful. Let's put a beautiful flower on our world to remind us of that. This flower will remind us of the beautiful world God made. In the beginning, God made the very first people. A man named and a woman named, oh, you guys are so smart. They loved each other and God loved them dearly. Let's put a red heart to remind us of God's love. Okay. God, in his love, gave the whole beautiful world to Adam and Eve to live in and to enjoy. God gave them so much: food, birds, fish, animals, a beautiful garden, and each other. Adam and Eve loved God. Everything was perfect and wonderful. But one day, Satan turned himself into a snake. Can you show us what the snake does, Miles? What does it say? Can anybody do that with their arm? An evil, slithering snake. Satan did not love Adam and Eve, and he did not love God. Shh, next time, okay? Satan did not want Adam and Eve to love God either, so he tricked them, and what did they do? And everything was terrible. They took a bite of that fruit that God told them not to. Can you do that? When Adam and Eve did this, they showed that they did not love God. Their love was broken because of what they had done. The perfect and wonderful world was now broken and terrible. So we're going to cover our perfect and beautiful world with black. We're sinful now. Cover the whole thing. Oh boy. This is a very sad time. Our sad faces look like, sad time. Even so, God's love did not change. Can you say that with me? God's love did not change. Very good. God still loved them dearly, and he had a plan to make things wonderful again. God knew Adam and Eve were in trouble. Instead of doing good things God had for them to do, now they wanted to do bad things that hurt others. This is called sin. Because of what Adam and Eve did, all people think and say and do bad things. All people sin by disobeying God. Sin makes you and me think only about ourselves. Because of sin, the sin of Adam and Eve, God said that they and all people born after them will die someday. This is very sad, isn't it? Yeah. But this true story doesn't end sad. Did you know that? Yeah. Okay, we have some very good news. Can you tell them out there? We have some very good news. All right. You see, just as God loved Adam and Eve, God loves us dearly too. He does not want us to sin or die. God's love was working to make us free from sin and death. He set us free from sin and death. God sent forth Jesus, his only Son, whom he loved dearly. Let's sing and share that news right now. next song is actually for all of us to sing together. So please join with us in Angels We Have Heard on High.